It's so amazing. It's so amazing.
You hurt me, don't touch me, get out of the way. I'm tired of you, I don't wanna hear nothing you say. See, this can't be what you meant. When you told me you're not like other men. But here we are, just like them. And you betrayed all I am, what we meant. And I'm so sorry for lying, sorry for cheating, sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry for problems, sorry for everything I put you through. I promise to love you and never to hurt you. I'm sorry I hurt you, I never wanna see you cry again. I'm through with you, I'm leaving you, take all of your things. Get back my keys, get go your chain, take even a ring. See, this can't be what you meant. when you told me she was just a one-night fling. And I was wrong, and I deserve to be alone. No one else to remind me of the one I love. Sorry for lying, sorry for cheating, sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry for problems, sorry for everything I put you through. I promise to love you and never to hurt you. I'm sorry I hurt you, I never wanna see you cry again. You forgive me.
It says Nephew on
And I promise not to do this and believe in us. I can't be trusted. No, baby, you deserve more than this. Sorry for lying, sorry for cheating, sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. I promise to love you and never to hurt you. I'm sorry I hurt you, I never wanna see you cry again. Sorry for lying, sorry for cheating, sorry for hurting you. I'm sorry for problems, sorry for everything I put you through. I promise to love you and never to hurt you. I'm sorry I hurt you, I never wanna see you cry again.
Back in themselves again to be counted. And then, if they were lucky enough to have a job.
Imagine waking up chest in the cage, best in the game, so I'm blessed anyways. Married to the game, so my ex in the way, but I'm high over my problems, I'm next to the play. Rough life when I was growing up, nothing like y'all having silver spoons on your butter rice, but I still love you moms, I ain't lying. With this money on my mind, I'ma grind till it's time. It's like a spirit right next to me, yeah, I feel ya. Look up to the sky through my eyes, burn my eye, hear ya. Yeah, you said the message to me that I won't forget, so I'ma fight against these feelings, I won't give in. They wanna lock us in a cage like animals, that's why I keep that strap tight like sandals do. In this life that I'm living, what can I do? Family depending on me, like damn, I know.
Stars in the sky, upon you and I'll survive, yeah. Through the struggles, in the pain, kick your stones down the road to nowhere. Meet at the crossroads, find a direction.
So they think it's all pen and pass, as if I wasn't torn from a crazy past. Imagine being diagnosed with cancer, and all you get is false hope and answers. My brother wearing Pampers, cause a shotgun tore through his pancreas. Uncle Jay turning 63, and gotta do 30 more years before he reached the streets. Try doing that, man, but William will never see the streets. From a drug case, no murder, no rape. Help me make sense of it. I closed the eyes of my son dying in my arms. I came home from a short span to find my woman in the bed with another man. I should have just opened fire. I got the gasoline, set the whole house on fire. I was thinking of my kids mad, speeding down the highway and had a car crash. My rib broke in 5 different places. I can't breathe, not knowing if I'm gonna make it. I wake up in a wheelchair. I give you one guess who in the room standing there. Yeah. I know right there. Crying her eyes out, Dr. Lee, take her out. Why the guy keep falling on me? I lost partner after partner from the drug money. That's what you do to me. And I thought that I could heal from it. Who gave you the go ahead to steal from me? As if I hadn't been through enough. I told the judge, get my cell ready, I'm about to bust. A leprechaun couldn't give me love. I destroy you.
When the stars in the sky and upon you and I'll survive. I'll survive, yeah. Through the struggles and the pain and the rain. Kicking stones down the road to nowhere. We at the crossroads, finding direction.
It ain't all butter, rice, and pretty silver spoons. And everybody don't really jig to the same tune. Shall it pass, walking my shoes, and how soon? 3 boys and I'm raising them, I'm an animal. Veins full of rage, brain full of crazy thoughts. I'm not the one to go to church, but yet I pray at night. And I can never give up because I came to life. My life was hard, categorized, so I never saw. I'm too blessed and presented, I think I spit it well. I got a dream to do it big and I'ma do it swell. And I ain't worried about the turtles popping out the shell. Long as I eat and get the whole family fed. And all your haters, bye-bye, you all left for dead. You see these streets will take you off if you don't use your head. My mama said hard heads catch the bone again. So now my chest caged in like a bullpen. To give up, just to lose, I'm at it again. I can't do it, it's a choice, I'm choosing my end. And everybody that ain't with me, they pulling my leg to bring me down, and on my life I ain't going again.
Soldier, one who forsakes all, addresses the battle head on. Failure's his only fear. Death is but the reality of his mission. Order fuse the weapons of his ash.
To my pops, he was a soldier. He dead, he took one in the head. This war's over. Hey, yo, salute to my mom. She was a soldier. She dead, she took one in the back. Her war's over. You know my pops was a pimp then. He had plenty bras working for a couple pots to piss in. He even had different color rocks in his wristband. A couple Jaguars, 7 kids, but a sick man. He had arthritis. Soon he'll be in the wheelchair and diapers with nobody to wipe him. A cool cat always thought twice to bring a gun out. That's why they found him in the telly with his tongue cut out. My mom's was a beautiful woman of 4 kids. 1 girl, 3 boys, 1 gun, and 1 crib. She always knew one son to do it big. That was me. Now I'm paid like your gas and your light bill. Beautiful be actress. I don't know what's wrong with them cats. They walk past her, trying to sexually harass her. Her boyfriend was sick, how them cats try to address her. She jumped in the way, he clapped, trying to protect her.
Say no more, I'm at war. Soldier born, trained to go. Ain't nobody gotta die here but me. They ain't gonna remember me when I leave. Salute to all the fallen soldiers passed on. Salute to all the soldiers in the struggle. Salute to soldiers still locked up. And easy let them free shots from me.
Yeah, every day I wake up to get this money right. Grinding like 24/7, gripping my money tight. Strapping on steel-toe boots like true soldiers do. Yeah, still winning for moving like I'm supposed to move. Smoking doses, still trying to keep my composure. I'm colder and I can't tell what my life will be when it's over. Moms want me to come to the crib, but I'm at war. Trying to get it how I live with this dough, needing some more. Affiliated match in the game, putting some rules in it. See me when I smash in the lane, gripping my tool with it, dog. I ain't no fool with it. My whole crew winning on the block, dodging these haters with plenty of the spending. Notice what I'm saying, my lyrics, they be so serious. I gotta get money cause being broke made me furious. Picture me holding pistols to battle my adversaries. Got people ready to rap because soldiers getting buried. But
say no more, I'm at war. Soldier born, trained to go. Ain't nobody gotta die here but me. They ain't gonna remember me when I leave. Salute to all the fallen soldiers passed on. Salute to all the soldiers in the struggle. Salute to soldiers still locked up. And easy let them free shots.
Something's gotta give. Petty hustles ain't fitting the gears. Like an Ethiopian baby dog, I'm seeing your ribs. I can read you like a book, pick your mind like a crook, picking the lock to a safe, rummaging all through your place. So just face it and be evasive, second lethal and critical. If you mess up, you might get ridiculed. The carpenter full of bitch of a criminal, committing robberies with arson. Sit that boy up the creek and not the one they call Dawson. So I'm chasing every day.
nobody gotta die here but me. They ain't gonna remember me when I leave. Salute to all the fallen soldiers passed on. Salute to all the soldiers in the struggle. Salute to soldiers still locked up. And ease and let off 3 shots for me. Say no more, I'm at war. Soldier born, trained to go. Ain't nobody gotta die here but me. They ain't gonna remember me when I leave. Salute to all the fallen soldiers passed on. Salute to all the soldiers in the struggle. Salute to soldiers still locked up. At ease and let off 3 shots for me.
You know how many women out there would love to be in your shoes?
You know how many
How you
dudes I
gonna
shot
trip on
down
me like
for you?
that? After everything I do for you,
You don't do
got-
nothing.
How you so ungrateful? Why you so
I ain't trying to hear nothing you got to say right now.
Nothing ain't never good enough for you. You act like I'm just some type of slot machine. Well, you know what? I'm through cashing out to you.
You're gonna be
I ain't
gone
gonna keep doing everything
Wow.
for you. And you ain't even putting out nothing. What you do inside, sit around looking pretty all
That's how you met me, right? When we first started out, it was cool, I mean lovely. Absolutely nothing that you wouldn't do for me. Never mind the price, no need to ask. Get the visa and swipe and throw it in the bag. Well, little mama wanted, little mama had. Now when we hit the mall, you be looking at the tags. First name Peter, last name Macy. Gucci, Louis Prada, I see Didi on a daily. 50 on my nose, hairdo 180. Stilettos looking stupid and my last game crazy. You know you my man, you my boo, you my baby. But that don't mean nothing, baby boy, you better pay me.
After I gave all I can, what more can I? You don't know just how that you are. Another woman would kill. To replace you with only for a day. Just to see how you got it, just to see how you live.
Yeah, diamonds are forever, forever is what I cherish. She opened up the box and it was only 7 carats. Said I'm a gold digger and that I should be embarrassed. Sharon is caring and you should have went to Jared. I'm a yacht, yeah, the chick's a boat. And if I get cold, get a mammal for a coat. I do the magic tricks that the mother chicks don't. Give me your cash, now you see it, now you don't. Hold up, Houdini in the dress. Pretty brown eyes make a grown man sweat. Pretty girl swag make a happy chick stress. While I'm cashing and I'm swiping, writing happy chick checks.
After I gave all I can, what more can I do? You know just how that you know another woman she would kill. To replace you only for a day. Just to see how you got it, babe. Just to see how you live it,
Oh man, girl, where we go wrong at? It all started when I was reading the phone text. They said, girl, move on, settle for less. But I guess I wasn't hitting it right. I should have known that. But I destroyed her with the payback song. On the real, I used to spoil her with them bracelets on. Taking pictures with her daughter with them braces on. Taking her boy shopping and that ain't my son. Come on, baby, what's the problem when your man that strong? I used to buy Louis products when her red came on. Other women used to brag when they man came home. I spent a year in jail, she couldn't even wait that long. Flirting while we engaged, fellas, ain't that wrong? You ain't trying to smash, she ain't gonna stay that long. He been with it for an hour, now she proving me wrong. They making love to Ricky Bobby and she hate that song. Man, the way I feel now, I need a shot of Patron. You off the road, no, put your skates back on. They say you can't change a bad boy good, but once a good man's gone bad, it's gone forever. And more forever.
What more can I do? You know just how that you know another woman she would kill. To replace you only for a day. Just to see how you got it, babe. Just to see how you live it, babe. After all, what more can I give? You don't know, you don't know. To replace you, girl, for a day.
should I be the one you call on, the one you rely on? Daddy with your name on. You come to me when you're broken knees. You ain't even half the man I thought you would be. You a cheater, manipulator. Don't think about calling me later. Or come to my home, cause I ain't for your tricks. Save it for that other woman you was out with. Once these doors were open, you messed up and closed. And you closed the door. I won't be your doormat. You step on and down on. Miss me when I'm gone. It ain't gonna be long. It ain't gonna be long. It ain't gonna be long till you're back looking for someone to lead you. You never had your own car, own house. All you do is eat, sleep, try to keep up with me. What bills you pay, mister, try to run things. I'm so tired of helping you, feeling sorry for you. It's like when raising kids, you're getting too big. Way too old to carry this, is not like me. And you never appreciate me. Now take a look at the woman you made me. Back stronger than ever, return myself. Welcome to the crying game, sorry yourself. Once these doors were open, you messed up and closed. You messed up. I won't be your doormat. You step on and look down. Miss me when I'm gone. It ain't gonna be long, cause it ain't gonna be long. Miss me when I'm gone. It ain't gonna be long when I'm gone, cause it ain't gonna be long.
When I first met you, I thought you had it going on. Said you had a good job with a 2010 that was sitting on chrome. Come to find out you was really that broke. Now I'm saying to myself, that was such a bad joke. Round of applause, take a bow with a show rap. Round of applause, take a bow with a show bro. Said I don't need you, use a leech ya. No. Plus, I never see you when I need you, use a no-show. I was in your corner until you did me wrong with your lying and cheating. Got cheeks playing on my phone. I tell them not to worry because little mama, it won't be long till I throw them deuces up. Tell them miss me when I'm gone. What's up?
Once these doors were open, you messed up and closed. I won't be your doormat. You step on and down on. Miss me when I'm gone. It ain't gonna be long till you're back looking for someone. Miss me when I'm gone. It ain't gonna be long till you're back looking for someone. Once these doors were open, and closed it. I won't be your doormat. You step on down. Miss me when I'm gone. It ain't gonna be long. It ain't gonna be long. Miss me when I'm gone. It ain't gonna be long. Till you're back home.
BDS. Media.
I made it here, you ain't know. When you get the guap on my own. When I touch down on my side of town, then I outspeed on my dome. When I ain't have a roof on my head, no clothes for me, no bed. But still got your drill and show them hood skills and never wonder about getting bread. Up late nights in the early morning, trying to get the guap on my crew water in the studio, working on performance, just rock the crowd like I'm the one chosen. No hands out when I hand out these mixtapes to get my name out. I'm a hand boy and that's what I'm about. And these lame boys ain't got no clout. You can talk hard if you want to. Send a couple boys here what I'm gonna do. I done had your friends, I don't want you. And you trying to kick it like a teach kung fu. Nah, I got the game like a teach. You come double low, cause you know I'm on a mission and I'm all about the rubber. I ain't whipping any kids, just swag.
It's a wrap. Get up here.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Hey guys.
What's up?
We just got California, Texas, Chicago, New York, and Atlanta. And they said the Hamboys don't get it.
Real though. Real under here, certified, yeah. 30K in the street.
Sell out shows everywhere we go, and them chicks be going, you heard? You already know.
And they ain't even counting what we doing on daily. Squad.
Ham Boys Entertain, vote 2-3. They gon' hate us for this one right here, man. Fast cars, bad chicks with me, that's how I get it. Dirty laundry, plenty hood money, that's how I get it. Milwaukee County, Ham Boys City, that's how I get it. So we bout that action, get it, just how we live it.
I be that young soldier from the hood. I run it off like shoes. I'm flexing on these haters. Ain't no fuck with 3 getting paper. I'm taking off like a G5. I'm in the floor with you in the Nissan. Y'all all knows like B5. Can't talk the money, then be quiet. I'm steady chasing them bands. D-boy, I'm that man. I ain't exaggerating, I got guap, boy, and I get you home for a band. She be glazing almost caught a 10. Couple homies out on Taliban. Well, if I'm next, then here I stand. Jock fake dome to kill my mans. Try to have him leaning like a Zen. Getting money, that's my only plan. Chick foreign like she from Japan. D-boy, I'm the money man.
I'm in that all black Suburban. My team on your hurting. You know we getting that paper, boy, and I'm just water, no surfing. My money got no limits. It's stacking up to that ceiling. But I blow it all on jewelry cars in big houses, no renting. My Ham Boys about action. We hit the scene, no acting. And they throwing taps and trying to get up on the but be on the ground like a skater. We can be friends, I can't date her. Cause she only want my paper. If she ain't acting right, I'll be place her. I'm a Ham Boys and I'm major.
Fast cars, bad chicks with me, that's how I get it. Dirty laundry, plenty hood money, that's how I get it. Milwaukee County, Ham Boys City, that's how I get it. So we bout that action, get it, that's how we live it. Fast cars, bad chicks with me, that's how I get it. Dirty laundry, plenty hood money, that's how I get it. Milwaukee County, Ham Boys City, that's how I get it. So we bout that action, get it, just how we live it.
Boy, I rap my city. Cash money, we get it. Hold it down for big. I'm swinging racks, no tennis. Thumping on my turf, no messing around. You get the boot. No, we the true man, we do what it do. Let's get back to the loop right before we get through. You get 8 like 10 minus 2. Staying hard, regular, get here, certified, both of them dudes. All them girls gon' choose. Rock the vibes and truths. Diving in this money, no boo. Hand squad, we hand squad. 4, 2, 3, my group.
Run around in that tag. Yo, girl, look at he mad. I'm in the city full of the arrested squad. Keep my Ham Boys rag. I'm a dreadhead, but they not. You ain't talking money, look past me. They trying to kick it like Jackie. Man, that's why my team so flashy. I get cash, I spend it fast. I'm in the field, no running back. This real life ain't trying to act. Now I'm blocking, no lag.
Fast cars, bad chicks with me, that's how I get it. Dirty laundry, plenty hood money, that's how I get it. Milwaukee County, Ham Boys City, that's how I get it. So we bout that action, get it, that's how we live it. Fast cars, bad chicks with me, that's how I get it. Dirty laundry, plenty hood money, that's how I get it.
Drill time, no march band. I got 100 grand, I got 100 man in them minivans, and they got hands posted on the block with that contraband. Sneak this is running at the mouth. I'ma take them out, they can't see me. I leave them flattered in the TV, and the whip spin like a CD. Team with me, got the green with me, and the whip with me, no habits. They want the prize and they can get the biz. We can light it up, no canvas. As you down the heat, the code said it, and banging more than a speaker. I'm balling on them, no court coach list. That's crowd on the bleachers.
Fast cars, bad chicks with me, that's how I get it. Dirty laundry, plenty hood money, that's how I get it. Milwaukee County, Ham Boys City, that's how I get it. So we bout that action, get it, that's how we live it. Fast cars, bad chicks with me, that's how I get it. Dirty laundry, plenty hood money, that's how I get it. Milwaukee County, Ham Boys City, that's how I get it. So we bout that action, get it, just how we live it.
Me up.
It's so amazing.
Nothing is everlasting. Nobody knows. These cowards try to left me for dead. I thank God my woman children were near. I'm reaching like I'm here with somebody. I can feel my spirit leaving my body. Then my eyes rolling back in my head. I'm not ready to leave it. Could I just see her one more time? Or hold my children one more night? I don't know the direction to where heaven is. And I regret the way I live. I should've listened when she said, baby, I love you, but that's not the way. Nowadays you can't tell niggas nothing. Is it really worth it all getting this money? Niggas don't seem to get into that losing their lives. Quit saying you will, quit saying you will. Same family you love, same family you hurt. Once you put into that dirt, you no longer is worth. Everything you had to wealth belong to someone else now. Quit saying you will, quit saying you will. She found a way to finally move on. Needed money, so she mortgaged down. Then she started dating men. Started beating her in front of the kids. She cried herself to sleep at night, blaming me for her life. Alcohol and popping pills. Now she about to lose the kids. She think about killing herself, believing somehow that might help to wake up from the nightmare, being tortured, living the life of hell. Nowadays you can't tell niggas nothing. Is it really worth it all getting this money? Niggas don't seem to get into that losing their lives. Quit saying you will, quit saying you will. Same family you love, same family you hurt. Once you put into that dirt, you no longer is worth. Everything you had to wealth belong to someone else now. Quit saying you will, quit saying you will. He ran away at 17, robbing and stealing anything, sipping that lean, looking like me and selling drugs, hanging with thugs. He liked to disrespect his mama in front of his partner. He liked to bang and throw them things up. Land we who gon' get up on the block with that thing tucked. Great image of his father. Mama can't control him. Chip on his shoulder. Always in trouble when quick to pull out pistols for nothing. Breaking in houses and smoking ounces. Never is sober. Life of a soldier. The reaper calling, pulling them closer. His life was over, so tragic. High speeding in traffic. Crashed in a tree in a stolen car. Chased by police. Now he's laying with me. And nowadays you can't tell niggas nothing. Is it really worth it all getting this money? Niggas don't seem to get into that losing their lives. Quit saying you will, quit saying you will. Same family you love, same family you hurt. Once you put into that dirt, you no longer is worth. Everything you had to wealth belong to someone else now. Quit saying you will, quit saying you will.
I'm sitting there doing all this talking, and y'all couldn't hear nothing I said. Horrible.
Not a word. Not a word.
Horrible. Charles, you hear me?
What's going on, brother?
Cherie.
You say you hear Cherie?
I did.
Had to cut the wife off. She loud.
Yeah, that's my auntie. Why she still got a mask on her face right now?
One of y'all is too close to the TV or something. So while you watching us, the feedback is causing an echo. I don't know which one of y'all it is, but that you, Charles? Cherie.
Huh?
I think it's you.
I got it.
Me?
No, that was me. I got it.
That's you?
Yeah, that was it.
We don't have no TV on or nothing.
Say something, Charles.
No, that was me.
Okay, say something, Sheree.
That wasn't us. You can hear us?
Okay, yeah, I hear you clear. Okay, with that being said, man, what's up, man? Welcome to Battle Truth, y'all. Shouts out to all my moderators up in the building, man. Keeping the peace within the comments, man. Shouts out to all my Gabble gang. Shouts out to the One United Front. Shouts out to everybody that's here today. Showing love. These two people you see on here are special guests of mine. And my fiance friend. Sheree, how you doing?
I'm wonderful.
What's going on, Charles? How you feeling?
I'm great, man. I'm blessed to be here
I
right
know,
now.
I know a person who looks just like you. I'm looking at you like, man, you look like my guy. But I know you're not because I know he is. I'm like, man, you look just like my guy, man. Shouts out to my guy.
Hey, man, that's what everybody says. I look like somebody.
They say we all got a twin in the world somewhere. I'm sure gonna tell them like, wait, what city you in, Charles?
I'm in Las Vegas right now.
Oh, so you in Vegas? Okay. I'm sure gonna tell my guy like, hey man, I know this brother who look just like you. I was talking to on my show, man. He live in Vegas though, so I knew it wasn't you. He can't afford to go to Vegas. He owed me money right now. So,
wow.
How y'all doing? Welcome to the show, man. I know it's real out there. Everybody, I want y'all to welcome my guest though, man. They came here, man. They want to share some very important things with y'all. Like I told y'all before, when the COVID first hit, this will not be a type of virus that Black people want to play with. Not at all. Seeing that it's bad enough, this stigma is on us as being less fortunate. And you definitely know that you're not going to be first priority in those hospitals. So many of us lack health insurance, you know what I'm saying? Proper medical insurance, life insurance. And when you plan and you're careless out there while this virus is still running wild, you put a lot of people in harm's way. So to everybody out there, man, you need to be more responsible, not only for yourself, but for others, because it's real. And y'all finna hear a powerful message today. Sheree and Charles. Go ahead. Let the people know who y'all are. See, it's happening again.
I can't hear him now. What do you say?
Is somebody radio or TV on watching it?
Oh, Lisa. That was Lisa on her phone.
Lisa to get away with her phone because that's what's happening.
Oh, okay. She moved out of here now.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. So, you mind letting people know what's your name, where y'all from, and how we even get to this show tonight?
Okay. I'm Sheree. I live in Manteca, California. I'm here to tell people that this COVID-19, Corona, whatever they're calling it this week, it is really no joke. I have lost my brother and my nephew to it. And you are so right. I'm glad that you did mention that. You are so right about.
Hold on, one. What was that? It's like every time you talk, and it sounds like something crumbling. You heard yours?
I don't know. Chase. That's Chase. That's Chase.
Yeah, because every time you speaking, it just sounds like something was going on. Tell Lisa to get Chase so that we can hear you clear, man.
I don't know what he's doing. You know he bad. But hold on. Let me try to get him out of here. Hold on. Come on. Let's go.
Okay, Charles, go ahead, brother.
My name is Charles Sloan. I'm originally from Oakland, California. Blah blah blah. As of right now, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Basically, what my auntie was just saying right now was, within the past 3 weeks, we didn't lost on this was July 7th. We lost my little brother from coronavirus. Then July 21st, we lost my father as well. So as far as us as far as this being serious, it's a real serious thing. So to lose two people within a 3 week time frame is something really hard to deal with. We just
So
want to get this message out here to everybody right now, let y'all know how serious this is.
okay, so Charles, Cherie is your auntie.
Yeah, that's my auntie.
You lost your little brother, coronavirus. That was your little brother?
No, his this is my nephew. My brother is his dad.
Right.
And we lost my brother and my nephew in a 2 week span.
Wouldn't your nephew be his brother?
Yeah, my nephew is Charles's brother.
Yeah, that's what I asked. That's what I asked.
Yes.
How old was your nephew?
28.
How old was your brother?
57.
Okay, you lost them 3 weeks apart from each other?
2 weeks, exactly 2 weeks. So my nephew died on July the 7th. And when you die of coronavirus, the mortuary puts your body on quarantine. You still have to be on quarantine for 14 days, even after you die. So in the mortuary, they put my nephew on quarantine for the 14 days. And on the 14th day, which was the 21st, his dad died that morning.
Do you know how the virus got into your family to the point where who was diagnosed with it first?
So my nephew, I'll just tell you the story. My mother was going out of town. This is how serious it is and how easy it is to spread. My mom was going out of town. My nephew came over to just visit us to see her off. He came and spent the night at my house. He talked to me. He went to sleep, woke up. We all woke up together. We, talked and, just kind of hung out for a minute. We went and did what we had to do, got on the highway. I took my mother to Bakersfield, dropped her off at my aunt's house, drove myself back home. The next morning, I started feeling symptoms. That evening, the next day, my nephew called me and was like, I got a fever. Me and my partner is about to go to the hospital. And he went to the hospital. They tested him, and he went to a hotel and just laid down and just started getting sicker and sicker until he couldn't breathe. For 2 days, he stayed in the hotel, and then he couldn't breathe. We called the ambulance. They took him to the hospital, and they found out he had the results came back that he had COVID. And then I started feeling sick, and I was still worried about him. And my son went and picked my mom up, and the whole way back from them driving back from Bakersfield, they wore masks. So my son didn't catch it. But when my mother came back, I got her tested. She tested positive. I tested positive. And we were still just trying to, pray that my nephew get better. But he did not get better, and he died. They put him on the ventilator, and then he died. And so then we just found out like about a week ago that my aunt had it too. So from that one visit, he gave it to me, he gave it to my mom, and he gave it to his dad. Just from that, just talking. He just came over and just talked to us.
And just so I can intervene just a little bit. Okay, how he actually caught it, he was with a whole bunch of people that he was hanging out with.
Yeah.
So the whole bunch of people that he was hanging out with, maybe 5 or 6 of them, they actually had it themselves.
Yes, they all got it too.
They all had it as well. So it's one of those things where, how it's a lot of people that's out there right now that's going hanging out with their friends and, having these little private functions or whatever the situation is. You don't know who has it. So him going out and hanging out with all those people like that, he came through and gave it to, my whole other side of my family. Just that easily.
Right. And you know what's crazy? I actually was talking about this when it first happened. It's like God had put it in my spirit to warn the people and let them know that one of the reasons why this thing will be dangerous like that is because we so comfortable with family. to the point that when they come over, you just receive them with open arms. You tend to think, well, it's my family. We ain't got it. That's people out there. And we all still separate. You only can be responsible for the most part of who in your household that you even aware of. And not even then, too, when you see that people coming and going. And it's crazy because y'all out there in California and Vegas where the weather is hot, people like socializing, kicking it, you know what I'm saying? And that sun and that weather is tempting. So you like, man, I ain't finna live in fear, man. You know how people be like, if you got to die of something, it's already written. And when things like that happen, there you go. So, and I'm glad y'all touched on that, because I now want y'all to explain to the people by y'all own personal experience of why it's so important to social distance.
It is very important, very much important, because you know, I don't care. My mother and myself, we both, and even my brother, we all three of us, we tried very hard not to come in contact with this virus. We stayed at home. You know, when they first said to shelter in place, we did that. You know, we Lysoled everything. We wore masks. We even wore masks in the house. You know, but then we started. You know, as the time went on, you know, and everything was starting to open back up, we got a little laxed. And so when he came over, we wasn't really, you know,
right,
thinking that, because it was, you know, it just wasn't like, it's not our family, you know. So, but you know, it you just don't never know. So this social distancing is real. You really need to know what people, you know, like now everybody who I hang out with, I know that they be at home. I know they not out doing crazy stuff and being around a whole bunch of people, because if I see that you around here going to parties, get-togethers, fun, just your little family, whatever it is, I'm not hanging out with you. I can't do it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, for me, from a point for me being out here in Vegas, where we did open up all the casinos, we opened up pools and all that type of stuff like that. It's just one of those things where, just because we opened up everything doesn't mean that you can still do the same things that you were always able to do before. So, I mean, I've had family members that came out from California and throwing, like, getting Airbnbs and throwing whole house parties with the pool and everything, and multiple people came up with COVID.
Oh, that actually happened, you know, personally. They had pool parties. A lot of people end up getting it.
Oh yeah, yes, I know personally. I have family. This last week, I had family members that came out here and did that. So I mean, it's very serious, and people not understanding how important it is for you to social distance from everybody. People not knowing that just because, you know what I'm saying, you feel like some of the people that you're around may not have it, just because you've been around them for so long. You don't know who you've been around already.
Right.
You can catch that just because you have a family member that you trust and love. You still don't know who they've been around
when they come in. Right, that's true. And you know, the thing about it, again, like I was telling people, I clearly told people this. I said, hey, again, this is not a disease or a virus that black people want to play with. It's not. So don't get to the point where, again, because I hear a lot of people, and I know a lot of people in America were complaining, open back up the city, open back up the country, you know, and they were trying to force the government hand to open back up these places. And here's the thing, like I always told people, follow the money. And what I mean by follow the money is this. You see how the NBA ain't opening up? That's a multi-billion-dollar enterprise.
Right.
We're not going to play with them. Them. They got them in a bubble right now. If the coast was clear like that, you would see all the big thing, like when the COVID hit, they shut down March Madness, they shut down Disney World, they shut down the NBA, they start shutting down Apple. When you see that, regardless of how you think, whatever the conspiracy theory is, how people like, I don't believe that's true, or that's some government stuff, man, listen, it don't matter. The point is, it's here. Now, what do you do? It's here. How do you protect yourself since it's here? And then it goes back to what I was telling people too. Y'all have to be careful with family, because we love them. We don't want to turn them away. And we figured because they family, we more relaxed. When you out back and forth, you like a stranger now because you've been out there and we don't know. And it's crazy because here y'all is giving real testimonies back to back losses from your nephew and brother and father, man. And then not only that, y'all had it also. So it's even by the blessings and grace of God that it didn't keep pregnant, took some more, y'all. Because you said your mom had it too, and I'm guessing she an elderly woman, right?
She's 79 years old, and my auntie is 81 years old.
And that's exactly what they were saying, that is real bad for elderly people. And
well, it's real bad for elderly people if they go to that hospital, and it's real bad for anyone if they go to the hospital, because that plays a very big part in, how you are getting better and getting well, because in the hospital they pumping you with experimenting with you because they don't know how to cure this. So they trying to do all kind of stuff. They gave my nephew and my brother some type of plasma that they said that it was from another coronavirus victim that beat the COVID. So they gave them their blood, saying that they put that in them for the antibodies, and it was supposed to help fight it off for them. That is not the case. Both of them passed away. But really, more importantly, my brother passed away from grieving. He had the corona and all that, but the hospital told him that his son died because they were in the same hospital. They were on each end of the hospital. And we didn't want to tell my brother that his son had died. And the hospital went ahead and told him that his son died. And he just went to a place he couldn't come back from. So, I begged them to let him come home so that we can love on him and make sure that, he was taken care of, because I'm telling you, I pumped myself and my mom up with plenty of vitamins. So if anybody, all of us that, even come in contact with this, immediately start taking at least like 1,000 and 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C, and taking, any kind of like the vitamin D3, and making sure you're drinking plenty of water, plenty of juice. Just pump yourself with water, juice, vitamins. Just keep doing it all day, every day, and read up on it.
So that's what you were doing all while you had it?
Yes. I pump myself up with vitamin C, 2,000 milligrams a day. I'm still taking 2,000 milligrams a day. And I take vitamin D3. I take Dr. Sibby's CMOS. I take CMOS. I'm on it. I have chlorophyll. I'm taking chlorophyll. That's cleanse your body out. I did a cleanse, and you have to do all of that to get yourself well.
And you had your family and them doing it too?
Yeah, I pumped my mother in it. I'm telling you, I was not gonna stop until she was getting better.
Okay.
Now, well, I can say for myself. I mean, I haven't started doing all the CMOS and all that type of stuff, but as far as vitamin C's and all that type of stuff like that, I do that myself, though.
So you believe? Don't worry about it. So, okay, I'm gonna get back to you then, y'all. So, your brother that passed, y'all had the same father and mother, just what?
Same father.
Okay, same father. Okay, and they died 2 weeks apart from each other, right?
Right.
Now, when you found out the news, when did you get the news? Like, who told you?
Oh, my auntie, as far as my little brother, my cousin, her son, he called me, and then as far as my father, my auntie, she called me with that one. And then she didn't exactly know exactly what was going on with my father yet, so she had me call the hospital myself, and I talked to the nurse myself.
And how devastating that have to be to lose a brother and father both within a 2-week span. Have y'all even had any other funerals yet, or what's going on with that?
Well, not yet.
No.
I mean, it's just one of those things where when you haven't had a chance to even grieve the first person, it's devastating. It's hard. Like you're just starting now to get a little bit more strength for the first person within 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? You get a little strength to keep going on. Keep, you know what I'm saying? You fought and everything to keep yourself sane, and then just when you get there, my father passed away too. So then it's just like, okay, like wow, what else do you do? Like how do you get past this? It's hard.
So okay, this is what I wanted to ask you, Cherie. So you believe if your brother and nephew never went to the hospital, and they probably would have survived this?
I do. I do wholeheartedly. I do.
Right.
Because well, the thing about it was my nephew, he was scared. You know, that had a lot to do with, he was panicking, he was scared. But another thing is he didn't know that he had gave it to us. So he was trying to protect us. So he went to a hotel, and I was trying to, you know, talk to him on the phone and tell him, you know, look, baby, you got to get up. You got to move. You can't let that stuff set in your body. You can't let it set and get in your lungs and get in your chest. But that's what he did, because he said he was so weak and his body was just hurting and he didn't want to get up and move around. So that was the result of him having complications breathing. So that's why we ended up calling the ambulance for him, because he had let it get too bad. So if you get this stuff, you cannot sit around, because it will set in your lungs and it sets in your chest and it'll start choking you and killing you. You know, you have to go to the hospital and try to get oxygen and all that. But then even, you know, them pumping that oxygen in you is still making you weaker, because, you know, your body is not doing it. It's not strong enough, and it's getting weaker and weaker because they're giving you oxygen. So it's all this, it's just bad. Like, it is just too much.
And everybody you treat, and okay, so your brother and your nephew both got the same treatment from the hospital that they end up. And everybody that had the COVID that y'all treated with the vitamins and all that, they survived.
Right, absolutely. My mother is she cool. My mother cool, and I just taught my aunt lives in Bakersfield, so what I do for her is I Instacart her different things. I'm always thinking about, you know, different stuff I don't think she has, so I'll just Instacart her stuff, you know, and send to her and make sure that she's taking it. And every day I talk to her, she's getting better, but she at home.
Okay, now let me get this. For those who don't know, now, when a family member has COVID and they're in hospitals, are y'all allowed to visit? How do that?
No, you cannot.
So
you cannot.
No, they have to be in there by themselves.
Yes, that's another.
That was one of the most hurtful things right there. Is because, you know what I'm saying? It's really hurtful that you can't be there with them. So
right.
And see, my nephew, I raised him since he was 2 months old. It wasn't like he was just my nephew. That was like my son.
Right.
So, you know, for me not to be able to get up there with him and hold his hand and let him know that it's okay, that was the most hardest thing ever to do in the world. I'm telling you, I died every day. I couldn't talk to him. I couldn't be in there with him.
Yeah, because that's one thing that make people who actually in the hospital, whatever they suffering, more relaxed, more calm when they know that they surrounded by loved ones. Because usually the ones who come to the hospitals is the ones who have a relationship with you anyway, that you familiar with and comfortable with. And even people be requesting like, tell such and such to come see me, or it makes whatever you going through, it makes it better. So yeah, see, that's another thing people got to be aware of, understanding
You got to do it by yourself. You have to. Only thing I can do for him is get on FaceTime with him and stuff like that. But that still wasn't enough. You know, it's still, I could pray with him on the phone. I can talk to him and just try to even just, we sometimes just sat on the phone before he died, like about 3 days before they put him on the ventilator. I just held the phone, you know, I just let him know, you know, I'm here, baby. You need to say anything. He just say, just talk to me, just say something to me, or just let me hear you breathe. You know, he just wanted me to be on the phone with him just so he can have some type of sense of, you know, us being there, that, you know, showing him that we love him and stuff. So yeah, that was really, really hard. And I know he was scared. I know he was really scared. He was texting me, telling me, you know, I'm scared. I'm having issues, and the mucus is so bad, it's choking me. And it just was really crazy, like this whole time, because I couldn't be there.
And the doctor probably coming in, offering him things, saying this for this, but you really don't know, and you just agreeing to what they saying. And then crazy thing about it, again, ain't no family there, because usually when a family there in the hospital, when things happening, like, you may be educated on certain medicines and procedures, so you'll be like, why you giving him that? Or
exactly,
you know, when you ain't got that around, it just, when a person,
even when I talked to the doctors, you know, and they was telling me what they was going to do to him, this disease is where they don't know what to do. They do not know what to do. So we don't know really what to do. So all I could do is be like, well, I said, make sure you're giving him the vitamin C. Make sure you're giving him at least 3,000 milligrams of vitamin C. So he said he agreed to that. I tried to get him to do some other things. I can't really remember right now all the stuff I was asking him to do, but some of the stuff he was like, no, I can't do, because I was on YouTube looking at doctors that was having a successful rate of sending COVID patients home. So all the stuff that I was getting off it, I was writing it down. So every time I talked to him, I told him, you know, this is the things that this doctor it was a doctor in Texas. He had like 50 cases that he had helped people, and they had went home. So all the stuff he listed, all the stuff that he did for them. So I was telling my nephew's doctor, hey, this is what he was doing. Can you do it? He told me no, he couldn't do it. Yeah, some of the stuff he could not do it because that doctor was that hospital was a private hospital, and they didn't have all the resources as the bigger hospitals. So that was another issue, you know. So it was like just a whole bunch of things that it was taking place that, you know, came to the demise of my nephew.
Right. Okay, so with that said, again, I know it's hard for you and your family right now, trying to cope back to back loving losses and trying to hold things together, and you just feel disappointed, you feel let down, you know. So how is the funeral process going? What's going on with that? Because
I'm taking it one step at a time, you know, and again, my nephew was 28. So, you know, we didn't have any insurance on him. We didn't have none on on his dad. So, you know, now we're just, you know, relying on a GoFundMe page to, you know, and it has been working. You know, people have really been donating. I am so blessed because the stuff that we have done, I've already paid for the casket. I was putting a down payment on they're going to be buried together. They're going to have their funerals together. We're going to combine everything. But even with planning this funeral is still a challenge, because with this COVID, nothing is, you know, like a regular normal type of planning of a funeral, because they're telling us we only can have 10 people there at the funeral, and at the gravesite they only want you to have 2 people there. So, you know, I want to put my brother and my nephew to rest, you know, in a very good manner. You know, I want to make sure they have everything of the best, you know, but at the same time, it's like, what can we do? You know, because this COVID we can't even hardly have a service.
So are they releasing the bodies to y'all? How do they do that?
So, like I was saying, my nephew was on quarantine for for 10 days. I mean, for 14 days. And so now we can start the process of getting him ready for service. We were just able to go and see him on the 22nd. That was the first time that we seen him since the 7th, since he passed. So now we have to go through the waiting period of my brother of his 14 days. So I think that's going to be next month on the 3rd is when we'll be able to start. Well, we've already still started. We just went ahead and just start the process of, getting his casket, getting his clothes, and we're doing their obituaries, trying to get that stuff together and all of that. But we still don't even know where we're going to even have a service or how we're going to have a service for them. We don't even know. And we're looking at the 13th of next month to have a service for them. But we still don't know. We're trying to see if we can get a church. The church that we wanted to get, they said that 2 days ago, the government called them and said, you can't have no more gatherings there at your church. You got to shut it down. So I'm looking at doing it at the mortuary where they are. If we do it there, we're going to have to do it with no more than 10 people, and they're going to do like a Facebook live stream so that everybody can see it online. That's the only way we're going to be able to do it.
So at that funeral, is it like certain things you got to buy about? Would the casket be open or closed?
It can be open. It can be open because they went through the 14 days, and then what she explained to me is that once they are embalmed, then they no longer have anything in them. The COVID is all gone, so they'll be able to have an open casket.
Do you trust that though? Honestly, how confident are you with that? Do you really, really trust that?
I haven't had time to think about it because all of the stuff that's going on, I haven't even had a time to grieve, with my nephew dying, then my brother dying. I haven't even had a time to process none of it. And I haven't had time to even think about that. But what I did ask her was, can they put plastic over them?
Okay.
Like a plastic shield over them.
Right. And what they say?
She said she would get back to me. She didn't know. So we still got, more stuff to do because, like I said, it's kind of up in the air if I'm going to do it there or if I'm going to do it somewhere else, because they said that, things are changing every single day. So he was saying, wait like another 2 or 3 days just to see if they'll let him open that church back up. So if they let him open the church back up, then I'll probably have it at that church. And still at the mortuary, and then we'll fix the parking lot up and have the service outside of the church because we're still not gonna be closed even in the church. We're not gonna do it. We're gonna do it outside and just set it up, everything outside.
Now let me ask this question for both of y'all. How have this changed your life? Like before this happened with y'all having coronavirus, and I know you touched on it earlier that before this even happened, you was being real careful. So you took it serious immediately out the gate.
Let me tell you, I took it serious when they first started talking about it. And what made me really take it serious is I went to Costco and they had absolutely no water and no toilet paper. And I was like, okay, so, if people are freaking out like this and having this type of reaction to it, then this must be serious. So I immediately start getting us masks, start getting us water. Everywhere I went, I bought cases of water. Everywhere I went, I bought cleaning stuff and, gloves. And my brother actually was on dialysis too before all this corona stuff. So he was getting gloves from the place he was going. We just had abundance of it. And my nephew, I gave him Lysol. I gave him gloves, mask, everything. So in the beginning, he was being careful too. But then when they started opening things back up, that's when he started being lax. And we all did kind of. I still was, wearing my mask everywhere I go and all of that and washing my hands and stuff all the time. But still, letting him come. Usually I would have been on him, like, dude, where your mask at? You know, why are you not wearing it? Steady trying to give him stuff. But I got laxed on that too because they started opening stuff back up and, you know, acting like everything was okay.
Right.
So
But yeah, I mean, I know for myself. I mean, as soon as everything
So
started up,
before this
I mean, my
happened,
job. I mean, I think
was
I work
you
for one of the best companies in the world. I'm sorry, repeat.
okay? Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't hear anything.
Say that again.
I didn't hear you. What did
Can you
you
hear me?
say?
Okay, say it again. Yeah, I hear you.
What did you say, Scooter? Hello?
Yeah, I can't
Can
hear
you hear
anything
us?
right now.
I hear. I think that might be him. I hear. Could you hear me, Cherie?
I hear you perfectly.
Cherie.
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Right.
You
No.
can hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
All right, there we go. I can hear
Charles.
now. Can you hear me?
Charles. Yeah. Now, what was you saying? I asked you before the COVID, when the COVID first hit, did you take
I
it
can't hear
serious?
anybody.
Log out and come back in if you can hear me.
Oh yeah, he did. I think he went out.
Okay. So he'll be back. So okay, here you go right here. Can you hear?
Can you hear now?
Can you hear?
There you go. I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I was asking you before when the COVID first hit, was you taking it serious when it first hit?
Oh, of course. I mean, I said, with my job, I feel like I had one of the best companies to work for in America at this point. I mean, as soon as this everything started, they sent us home. They had us pack up everything and go home. So I mean, in the past 4 or 5 months, whatever, however long this has been, I mean, I've been at home. Me and my whole family, we've been at the house. Our kids don't go anywhere.
Okay. So how many kids you got, brother?
And I got 3 kids. I got a 15-year-old, I got a 12-year-old, and I got a 4-year-old.
Have this thing impacted the family to the point that they even taking it more serious? Because I'm pretty sure we all got certain people in our families who really, really don't take it serious, but you know what I'm saying? Have this now starting to make people be even more cautious in the family? Like have this thing. Okay. Have this
Yeah, my boys, they don't like to they know the severity of everything right now, so they don't like to go anywhere. Like usually they like to go. My little boys are my sons are some hustlers, so they'll go out and go, you know what I'm saying, go door to door, go take out trash for a couple dollars and stuff like that. And right now they feel like I can't do that right now. I'm good.
So how do y'all feel when you see people playing with this thing like it's some joke, like y'all be seeing all on social media? If y'all have people throwing parties and pool parties and group gatherings and make it, do that bother you?
Yes, me
It
personally,
does
angry.
bother me. It bothers the hell out of me because I have a lot of friends when I be on Facebook and on Instagram and all that, and I'm seeing them just like turning up, going to clubs and doing all this different stuff. And I be like, man, I'm telling y'all, this is no joke. But you know, what can you do but protect yourself and your immediate family? You know, at this point, I'm so protective of my mom, you know, and all of my friends, if they going out doing stuff, I'm not hanging out with them. I'll talk to you on the phone, but I'm not about to be hanging out with no people that's, you know, gathering and doing all this stuff. I move way different now.
And that's the problem, I believe, not getting. They not allowing it to pass like it's supposed to pass. And when people are not being responsible, you steady spreading it to make it continue to linger. Because as it spread, it gets stronger, then you're not giving it time to die and pass. So if I'm almost don't got it, then I'm being irresponsible, and now you get it. Now it's new to you. You get what I'm saying? And we're not allowing it.
And guess what? I don't mean to cut you off, but guess what? There is different strands of it. So sometimes you can get the worst strand, and no matter what you do, it's not going to help get you better.
See,
Yes.
and now, remember what I said. Remember what I said earlier when I was telling people, this is not the type of virus for Black people to play with. Now,
no.
do you mind expounding on that so people can understand why, as Black people, this is nothing for us to play with? When you see, like, they already, like you say, they don't even know how to treat it, and you can bet that you're not going to be first priority of some type of help when it comes to getting the proper medicine that they believe may take care of you. Then, like you said, your nephew was 28 years old, so he wasn't planning on, I might die young. So he don't think about the funeral money or medical, you know what I'm saying? And these are the eye openers that lead families, like you said, you and the other family with the bill, you know what I'm saying, to come up with all these thousands of dollars now to bury them when this not planned. Nobody really like planning for their funerals.
So one of the things that I want to say is, I mean, you hear about COVID-19 assistance and all this type of stuff like that, and they putting out, you know what I'm saying, these different organizations they help out with, you know what I'm saying, with COVID-19, try to get like get a cure and all that type of stuff like that. But what about people that need help with funeral expenses and things like that? That's the one thing that I don't see that's happening right now. So,
It's not happening. Let me tell you something. When I went online and I looked, they said that FEMA, you know, the FEMA for when there's natural disasters and everything, FEMA had billions of dollars to release to the COVID-19 families for funeral expenses and stuff, but our president will not release it. So that's why we're not getting the help.
Right, and that's what I'm saying right now. It's like it's so many things that we can get. That I mean, I have a friend that knows how to get grants and things like that. So I had them looking into trying to find some type of grant for COVID-19. There's nothing out there for us. So I mean, you know, I mean, us specifically right now, we're having trouble with trying to get funds to pay for not one but two funerals within a 2-week time frame. It's very hard. You know what I mean? Not everybody has the insurance and things like that.
Right, and that's what I wanted y'all to expound on. So, if you can, Cherie and Charles, why is this virus so bad for Black people?
Because Black people have underlining issues already. You know, at this time with all this stuff shutting down and all this stuff, people are losing their jobs. So people are, you know, trying to make it and survive. So they stressed out. Stress makes the COVID-19 worse. So any underlining, you have high blood pressure, you have diabetes, you have any depression, any type of kidney problem, anything that's going on, COPD, anything that you already had, the COVID-19, it intensifies it. So it makes everything worse. So yeah, you definitely don't want to come in contact with it.
You know, it's crazy because the first wave, it seemed like when it first hit, it was big. A lot of people were talking about it. What's crazy is the second wave is going unnoticed to some degree. Like it's not being spoke about as much, even though it seems like it's more deadlier. You get what I'm saying? It's like I'm noticing that though. Like when it first hit, it was everywhere. Like, you know, it was like a state of emergency. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, you know, like for real. And it's like then the second wave, it's like it's being
under the rug.
Yeah,
well,
and at the same time,
I want to give you the realest thing ever. I'm gonna give you the realest thing ever. The first wave was when it first started in March. The first wave started when the first flu started coming out in November. Like I have a friend that that I know caught this in November. I know they did. Like she almost died in that hospital. And they said it was flu, but it was a little bit more severe than the flu. So I mean, you know, you hear the conspiracy theories and things like that of people talking about, yeah, I may have had that in November. I got that in November, so I ain't worried about it. Yeah, you may have got it in November. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know you did, but it just wasn't as severe as everybody else. But the thing about it is they treated it a lot different than how they're treating it right now. At this point, they're treating it and they're giving you they're experimenting. At
Yes,
that
they
point,
are
when they treated
experimenting.
it, at that point in November when people were catching it, they treated it the same way that they treated the flu.
Now,
Yeah.
That's the difference.
because usually when they treat the flu, they just re-inject you with the flu like.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Get the flu injection and that type of
but
stuff.
you know what? Like now, they're not even giving people antibiotics. They don't even want you to have antibiotics and stuff unless you get pneumonia. So then they'll give you some antibiotics if you get pneumonia. But if you don't get the pneumonia, they don't even give. They never gave my mom antibiotics. I gave my mom antibiotics from the health food store that I know to get. That's called grapefruit seed extract. That's what I gave my mother because I knew, and my doctor never gave me any antibiotics either. But it was fine with me because I was, even before my test results came back that I was positive for COVID, I was already taking the antibiotics. I was already putting it in my juice. I was putting it in everything. So, and taking it 2 and 3 times a day. So I already had started it. So that's why they kept asking me, what color was my phlegm and, all the mucus. Mine was always clear. My mom never got mucus. My mother never got any mucus because I immediately started having her take those grapefruit extract that is a natural antibiotic. So, yeah, they don't even give people antibiotics in the beginning when they should.
Hmm. So, what would be your advice for people, even if they don't have it?
So right now, my advice to people is, especially us black people, us brown people, we have to be on vitamin D3 as black people because we are lacking it. So vitamin D3 and taking at least 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C every single day and making sure that you're taking sea moss and stuff like that. So those are like the 3 important things that people really need to take heed to and really get that in their system so that if they do come in contact with this disease, that they will already be being proactive in curing themselves.
Right.
My thing is right now is stay yourself in the house if you don't need to go out.
Yes.
Social
Stay at
distance.
home.
That's my biggest thing right there. It's social distance. Stay away. The club is not that damn important.
Right.
The barbecue is not that damn important.
Not that damn important.
Do you do now? With that being said, let me ask y'all this question: do you cook more at home now, or you order out?
No, I cook.
So
yeah, we cook.
Y'all ain't planning to order and stuff neither. You cooking your own.
I order groceries from like the grocery store.
Right. But I'm talking about like ordering, delivery, fast food type stuff.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while, because one thing too that it had before the COVID, my mom had a problem with her appetite, so she wasn't really eating. So she likes takeout food. Some things she likes. So I still will go get her that. But guess what? I'm still wiping it. I'm with antibacterial soap. I'm wiping the bags and all of that, and it's still a prayer to, even you don't know what the cooking people are doing, So, I mean, I do it sometime, but it's still, I don't like to. I really don't like fast food.
Okay, now what about this? How have this, because y'all have a direct answer for how y'all got it through y'all family. How do this? Are y'all different when it comes to family coming over now? Like how is that? Is it open arm because it's family?
No. No.
I don't. I'm saying I've been like that since the beginning already. Like I have my sisters and everybody live here now. So I mean, I don't really allow people coming to my house, period, already since the beginning. So I mean, I didn't catch this stuff, so I'm good. Like I said, I mean, I'm not messing with nobody at this point like that. I'm good.
What about history? How is this different when family want to pop up and come to your house?
Like I said, I don't. That didn't happen before. The people know I don't get down like that. You got to call me before you come over my house. So,
So,
but
you know, correct me if I'm wrong. You said when your nephew did come over, you
my
felt
nephew is different because he was like my son, like I'm telling you. So he kind of always came and spent the night, at my house. So because he never kind of left home, he was out doing, huh?
because you raised them.
I raised him since he was 2 months old.
Okay.
Yeah. So that wasn't like just a family member. That was like my son. So, he always was welcome because he had a key. He had his own key to come in. But any other people, no, we don't people gotta call to come over, now. And like I said, my best friend, I know what she do because I'm constantly talking to her. I talk to her on the phone and I know that she's protecting herself, that she's wearing a mask all the time. Every time she get out, she's washing her hands. She carrying the Lysol with her. When she go in the public bathroom, whatever, she spray their bathroom and clean their bathroom before she use it. And we do that too. So, I know what my friends are doing. So I'm not messing with other people.
So Cherie, I'll say it real quick. So I want to say this. Okay, so I understand what he's asking right now. So it's like, you know what? A lot of us know what our family members are doing outside of our houses. So
Yeah.
you a lot of times that you have family members that are going out clubbing, going out to bars, or going out, saying, house functions and stuff like that. Those are the ones that you have to be leery of.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it right now. But if you know that you have family members that aren't going anywhere and they are staying home, they're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing, I don't feel like you have to be as leery with them.
Yeah.
But like I said, we know it. We know who are going out and doing stupid stuff. We know it.
I'm gonna tell
that you might want to social distance from.
I'm gonna tell you something real, and this real right here, bro. I'm gonna tell you something real. And I just give the message and God give me, like I was telling the people when it first even happened. I said, this is going to hurt a lot of black people through families. Let me tell you what. We, like you said, we know our families. We know the crackheads that's in our family who rip and run and bust and move to get that fix and taking all those risks. But we also know how popular the dope dealer is in the family who get the money. For the most part, people don't like to turn him away. But he the one that got to be in contact with the dope fiends and things like that, who out here on these missions and things like that. And it's crazy because when that COVID hit, my family came up here on a shuttle. They rented a shuttle van. And it was like about 20 of them on the shuttle van. And they came over here because I take care of my auntie. She's 70 years old. They came over here because they wanted to take her. I said, y'all can't come here. I wouldn't even open up my door. They like, cuz we came from out of town. I said, I don't care. That don't even make sense. You hear they talking about the COVID. You hear they talking about social distancing. Y'all gonna pack up 20, 30 deep in a shuttle, a big old like Carter bus van. Like, come on, what are y'all doing? You're not seeing what they're saying? But they think, oh, we family. I don't care if we family. That's how they ain't gonna hit from a stranger. I don't know a stranger, so a stranger ain't coming to my house.
That's why our message right now is one of the things that people need to hear, is because you put so much trust in all your family right now, and unfortunately, my little brother was the one that started the whole thing. I hate to say that, but it's the truth though.
It's the truth. It's the truth. It ain't no lie. I mean,
That's correct. Now let me ask you this question: Did your nephew? Because people try to say, and you can educate people on this. Even though I'm aware of certain things, I just want them to hear from y'all. People would say the COVID really killing a lot of people who already have health problems. So they figured, so did your nephew or brother have health problems before?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. My nephew has sleep apnea. He has sleep apnea, and he just had found out he had diabetes. And my brother had kidney failure, so he was on dialysis, and he had uh, congestive heart failure. He did have that, but all this time before this COVID, they were coping with all of that. You know what I'm saying? They was managing it with through medicine, through whatever their doctors would have them on. So, like I said, any type of underlying issues that you have, the COVID is going to intensify it.
Right. Okay, no doubt. So, Cherie, with that being said, like, I know this is a trying time for excuse me.
I'm gonna tell you like this right now, it is a very trying time for me, but I do not have the luxury of breaking down, folding, or anything because I have to get this done. I have to put them away properly, and I have to do it in the guidelines of this COVID stuff. So, every day is a different challenge. And so I don't have the luxury of not being able to cope with anything. I just have to do it. I don't have no room for error at all. I can't do nothing but just move forward, just keep pushing and doing what I got to do to help them because I'm really doing this by myself. My best friend, she has been wonderful. She has been helping me, through all of it and trying to, give me ideas because she's been through it before, far as like burying somebody and stuff. So she kind of know some of the things to help. But other than that, I don't have nobody, and I'm not trying to put none of this on my mother because my mother is 79 years old, and I don't want her, this is her son, this is her grandson, and it's very hurtful to her. But if I can take any of the stress off of her that she don't have to deal with this burial situation, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just moving forward.
Okay. So, with that being said, what is the GoFundMe where people can donate? And I'm also putting it in the description box for all y'all out there who want to help Cherie and her family through this situation to help put away their loved one properly. Do you know the GoFundMe by heart?
Do you know it, Scooter?
I mean, I have it on my Facebook page. That's where I have it. I did set it up to be on public, so it is on there. My Facebook page is Charles LVRR Sloan on Facebook.
Okay, well, when this blog come up, we'll have time to put it in the description box, so that they could do it, man. And everybody, man, if you able, and God putting it on your heart, please help donate it to these situations, man, to be a help and blessing to others, man. Yeah, it's real out there, man, and we need to be responsible again, not for yourself only, but for others also, man. And the more we are irresponsible in this situation, the longer it stays around. The more we tend to be responsible, the more we can hurry up and get rid of this thing. But people have to stop acting like this ain't real. And I see so many people online talking about that. They was actually having so-called corona parties. Like that don't even sound. That sounds
right,
so.
Don't even sound right. That sounds so stupid.
And again, this hot weather. Now it's the summer. So this hot weather, people just feel like it's the summertime. Let's go shake our thing and do this. Like, and you're not getting. You're putting people in harm's way. Now let me ask you this question though, because we hear about a lot of people with the corona, but I rarely hear about children or like what's going on now.
No. I don't think that they're because have you noticed that they're pushing for the children to go back to school? So they're probably trying to
No parent in their minds should ever do no stuff like that. I know mine's ain't.
Right. Yeah. So they are pushing for them to go back to school. But in Sacramento, a 1-year-old baby died from it. So babies are dying from it too. It's not. It doesn't care how old you are or what race you are or none of that. If you don't get the proper care and do the proper things that you need to do, it's going to take you out.
If you are a parent, I strongly advise, do not send your children to school. You got to understand, they call children. Children need guidance and direction. There's no way you're going to have children social distancing. They children. They don't understand the seriousness of what that is. Not only that, you putting everybody at risk because you're putting all these different households in one place. You know what I'm saying? Like, use your common sense. Until what you say, Charles?
Well, I mean, I know out here in Las Vegas, they've already canceled school for us out here. We doing everything virtual.
I wouldn't even need them to cancel school. As soon as I heard about it, I immediately talked to my baby mama. My daughter ain't going to school, man. No. Yeah, what they say.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
we all virtual out here right now. We go pretty soon. They'll get their little Chromebooks and everything is all virtual. And what's crazy is like my son, my oldest son, he's 15 years old. He worked his tail off for 2 years to get into a performing arts school as he plays the viola. Worked his tail off, and this is gonna be his first year being in that performing arts school to do it. And he ain't gonna be able to do his performing arts.
Well,
it's kind of messed up, man, for these kids right now.
Life and health, and he could always make up for that. Cherie, let me ask you a question. You said you was diagnosed with it, right? Is it gone, or you at the end of it? Is it gone, or you what?
It's gone. I did go and retest. Like 4 days. I retested on the 21st, but when I went and I talked to the doctor that was in there, I guess he was monitoring the nurses that was doing the retest. What he told me was, once you do your 14-day quarantine, and then you don't have symptoms for 3 days, you are pretty much clear. But at the same time, for up to 3 months, you can test positive.
Even though you clear, you still can test positive.
Even though I'm clear, because if you don't have any symptoms for up to 3, so your whole 14 days, and then if you don't have no symptoms for 3 days straight, you're clear.
So let me ask you this, because am I wrong? You take care of your mother?
I do.
Like in your home under your roof?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So do that mean that y'all had COVID together at the same time, or?
Yes, we did. Yes, at the same time.
So y'all basically got the same at the time, because basically where I'm going with it at is like, what if you had it a week and then she had it next week, but it wasn't the case. Y'all had it together.
We had it together.
Same time, and it's the same as hers, basically.
I went the first time I got tested on Monday. She got tested on Tuesday, and our results came back because I had a rapid test. So they told me my results the very next day. So I got tested on Monday. They told me on Tuesday that yes, I was positive. She got tested on Tuesday. They told her Wednesday that she was positive. So we quarantined at the same time and did everything. And like I said, everything that I did for myself, I did for her.
Now, let me ask you this: when you said you were feeling symptoms, you had a fever, right?
No, I never had a fever. I never had a fever, like I said, because I was already taking antibiotics and already had started taking vitamin C and all of that. But I never had a fever. I just had the body aches, and I had just the tiredness. Like some days I would get up and I just felt so tired. Like I would walk and then I just I gotta lay down. Like I had to lay down. And then for the last of it, for about 3 days, one of my friends, she kept calling me like, "Are you okay? Can you breathe?" And I was lying to her, telling her that I was okay and that I could breathe, but I was definitely having trouble breathing. For like 3 days, I was having serious, like, especially when it was time for me to go to bed, I was like a little worried because I couldn't hardly breathe. It was really like taking my air away.
So that was before you got tested positive. You was already going through that.
No. That was after I got tested positive. That was after. Yeah, during my quarantine. And then I told my doctor about, the different symptoms. So then she ended up sending me cough medicine and telling me to take Mucinex. That's another thing that helps too. It clear Mucinex takes the that mucus out of you and dry you up. And so she told me to take Mucinex. She told me to take the cough medicine. They gave me the promethazine cough syrup, and she gave me some pills. So I don't know what type of pills they were, but they were some other little gel pills that helped my cough. And she was on it. Like, and she gave me an inhaler. She gave me the Buterol or whatever it's called, but it was an inhaler. So all of that had to help me. So for those my son had to go and pick up, all my medicine because I couldn't go out. So I just had to rely on him to go and pick up all of my medicine and, do all of that stuff for me. So as he was getting it, then I would take it and then I would start feeling better. So, but all the while she was sending me the medicine, I was steady taking vitamins, steady drinking juice, steady drinking a lot of water. I would force myself every morning I woke up, I forced myself to drink 3 bottles of water. Before my feet hit the floor, I drank 3 bottles of water. I took them to bed with me.
Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. I definitely want
to.
Yeah. I know, and I definitely want to do as much help as I can to help y'all. What about Cash App? Y'all got Cash App, PayPal?
I have Cash App.
Me as well.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get that information, put it in the description box for the people. I'm also gonna be doing a personal donation for you and your family to help. Again, condolences goes out to you and your family, man. God, you're a strong woman. You too, Charles, man, for holding down your family, man, and being loving and supportive of one another. And hopefully, some good come out of this situation to make y'all stronger as a family. So, before we leave, anything y'all want to say to the people?
I just want to say the reason why I came on here is that I just want people to know how serious that this disease is and that it's really no joke. And if there's any way that you can keep yourself at home, stay at home. Just stay at home and, stay away from people. I don't care who they are. Please practice social distancing. And just keep yourself safe and wear your mask everywhere. The gloves don't, they matter, but I mean, you have to change them so much because you touching everything all the time. Then you can wash your hands, and you can, if you wear cloth gloves, you can wash those and stuff like that. But the mask is so important that you wear every time you go out the house.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I mean, it's just, if whatever you can do to social distance yourself from everybody, most definitely take those precautions because it is real out here. You can't trust everybody that you come in contact with, even family members. You have to social distance yourself from everybody. You have to. We're not gonna get through this with people being stupid.
And don't think that if you catch it and you beat it, that you can't catch it again. You can catch it again. You're not immune to it. Because there's different strands of it. So don't think that, I caught it, I beat it, and I'm good. No, you can catch it again and you can get a worse strand.
Okay, and then Another thing I do want to say is, and I think this might be one of those things that people might not agree with, but I don't feel like if you catch it, I don't feel like you need to go to the hospital. I feel
No.
like if you can beat it at home, I think you can beat it at home. I think because if you go to the hospital, I feel that they're gonna experiment on you. They're gonna keep trying different things to see if it works to help you. I feel like you can beat this like you beat the regular flu if you stay at home.
Yeah, because according to Cherie, by her own testimony, your 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 brother and nephew both was treated the same way at the hospital and died. But when you went on and got to doing the CMOS and all the vitamins and things like that, everybody who did, and your mom was 87, you said?
No, she's 79 and her sister is 81.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Mama,
See,
come here. Matter of fact, I'm about to show you my mom. Come here.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying the one thing I want to say is I'm saying that you think about it right now. If everybody can think about this right now, how many people have you heard about dying at home?
They did.
right.
And how many people have died in the hospital? Think
Mm,
about that right there.
yeah.
Come over here. Oh, did he get my?
I haven't heard so many people dying at home from this. I've heard about everybody dying in the hospital.
Right.
Come right here. Sit right here. This is my mom.
Hey, beautiful. How you doing?
I'm okay. Hey, Scooter.
Hey, Grandma.
Okay. This is my mom that I nursed back to health. This is my mom that I gave her every type of vitamin and everything that I took. I gave it to my mom and I nursed my mom back to health.
How you doing, mother?
I'm doing good.
What's your name? What's your name, mama?
Laverdia.
Laverdia.
Uh-huh.
How you
Laverdia.
How you feeling?
He said, how you been feeling? Oh, I'm feeling fine.
So you beat COVID, huh?
Yes.
Was you afraid?
Yeah, I was afraid.
Daughter took care of you.
Right.
Did you want to take all that vitamin and stuff like that at first?
Yeah.
Grandma said, hell no.
You didn't trust the hospitals?
Oh no, I didn't try the hospital. He said trust the hospital. Oh no, I didn't want to go to the hospital because my grandson had already went to the hospital and my son had went to the hospital and they didn't come out.
Yeah, yeah. So you didn't want to go at all?
No.
How you been holding up?
Oh, I've been holding up good.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
I like
at first, when I first got it, I just stayed at home. Because, like, when they say stay at home, that's what I did. Stay at home and laid on the couch.
let me ask you this. Do you trust when people come over your house?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No matter if it's family or nothing no more, huh?
Right.
Mm. So when you first found out about this, when you first heard of it, did you care? Like when COVID first hit, I'm talking about out the gate immediately.
Right. Yeah. Because I when I first heard about it, when they said stay at home, that's what I did. Stayed at home and laid on the couch.
Have you heard of did you know anybody besides this happening with your son and nephew before it came? Did you know anybody personally that had it?
No.
So you just took precaution immediately out the gate.
Right, because you heard on the news the stay at home. So that's what I did, stayed at home.
Right. What was some of your symptoms? Like because your daughter told me that y'all two had it together. Like,
right.
Did y'all just keep it within yourself, or did y'all complain to each other? Like, I don't feel good. Like, how was that?
Oh, well, I didn't feel good because my throat was hurting.
We had different symptoms. That was another thing. She didn't have the same symptoms as I had. So her symptoms was always different. So, I just made sure that whatever she told me, I just, treated her accordingly. So if she tell me her throat was hurting, I just gave her a lot of tea with a lot of cough drops in it. And like I said, I kept making her drink juice. Some days she'd be like, I don't want to drink that. I'd be like, just drink a little bit at a time, but make sure you drink it all, and study pumping the antibiotics in her, and study just pumping pomegranate juice and orange juice and all of that. Just, she was tired of me making her take it, but I just did it.
Okay, so let me ask you. So Mom, how bad did it get for you while battling the COVID? Like, what was one of your worst days? Like, how was it attacking you?
Well, my throat was hurting, and I was tired all the time. So that's the reason why I just laid down a lot.
What about your breathing?
Well, my breathing, it was pretty good.
Like I said, she didn't have those symptoms. Because I immediately started giving her those the antibiotics that I had from the health food store. So she never got the buildup of the mucus because I wasn't having that.
You attacked it right away.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, because before this started, I always got a lot of stuff from the health food store anyway.
Yeah, we always are health conscious like that anyway.
So what about fever? Did you
I didn't have no fever at all.
She never had a fever.
I never had a fever.
So daughter just got right on top of it, like, we ain't playing these games, Mom.
Right.
What about your sister? She okay?
Well, I guess she's okay now because she had to go to the hospital, and I think she stayed in the hospital for 2 or 3 days, and then she came home. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had to go to the hospital.
But she came home though. Her daughter and them pushed for her to come home.
Which is your cousins?
Yes, they pushed for her to come home, and like I said, I didn't send her vitamins and stuff too. So I talk to her every single day, and I'm telling her, we got to go back to the old school stuff because they don't really know. Like, we've been in this game of taking, the right type of vitamins and stuff for ourselves. I take black seed oil and stuff like that too. And, they don't really do that. They're a little older. So they into taking like castor oil and all that stuff. But that's what all those old remedies work. Those are the remedies that work.
Right, before medicine became a multi-billion-dollar business. And
right.
Yeah. So I've just been telling her to take fresh ginger and lemon and water, and taking castor oil and garlic and just all that kind of stuff. I've been telling her to do, and she's been doing it.
Yeah. I feel so good looking at her, man. I'm talking about she just makes me smile, man. Already, I can see the love, like she just lit up the whole show. Like, just even see like you even taking care of her, man. You know what I'm saying? That I love to hear about things like that, man. See how you taking care of your mother and making sure she's straight, and y'all still trying to hold the family down at the same time, going through a crisis, man. That's man, strong, beautiful women, man. And again, my heart go out to your family. Y'all took back-to-back losses at the same time, fighting Corona yourself and trying to survive yourself. And man, it just hurts me a little bit. But I know not as bad as what y'all suffering. Just to see y'all smile through it all and still continue to love on one another. And it's a testimony, man. Speaking of testimony, do y'all believe in God?
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely, we believe in God. Absolutely.
Okay. God is who? Jesus Christ or?
God is God. He is I am. That's who he is. Okay.
See, I like to hear that because see, the thing about it is I be educating people on my show and I be bringing them to who God is. Because sometimes people don't understand they suffering come from the choices that you make a lot in life.
Right. Absolutely.
And we tend to want to call on God after we mess things up and destroy things, and we want him
to fix it.
Right, we want to fix right now. But before it even got to the right now, you didn't have a relationship with him. He was the furthest thing from your mind. You don't know him, but then when something wrong happened, you want to blame him for it. And I always tell people, don't wait for things to happen. Make things happen. And just like you were saying, we've been taking care of our body before the corona thing even hit. So even when it hit, our body used to fighting off, little infections or bacteria or germs, because we've been doing this before. Just like your mama, like she tested positive for corona, but didn't have a fever or a breathing problem because she had already been taking care of her body. Like, come on now. Come on. That's real deep. And then I'm just looking at it. You're just so beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Beautiful. And I'm just saying, I'm talking about you just lighting up, just illuminating the room, man. And I was so happy even when you like, let me go get my mom. I'm like, yeah, let me see her. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about beautiful, man. And I'm like, wow. And at the same time, through the smile, you still hurt at the same time, man. And that's like, wow, And whatever I could do on my end with my people, man, we gonna try. So you have to make sure you give us your Cash App information, your GoFundMe information. I'm gonna definitely come out of my pocket and donate, you know what I'm saying, out the gate. So I'm blessed to have y'all on my show. I thank you for all that wisdom that you gave because the people need to hear it. And like I say, we as people, I don't really like to use black, but I use it because we the ones that's in the worst condition.
Right.
And it's not because of somebody else. It's because of ourselves. We get arrogant, cocky, but it all comes from not knowing who the Lord Jesus Christ is, regardless to what. When you don't know who God is, you really don't have a chance anyway. It's in the knowledge of knowing him that you're able to make better choices and decisions. You understand how to love and respect. There is a morality code, and you can see him manifest his power in your life. It's a difference than saying God and being a part of God. You have some people who acknowledge him but don't know him, that the power of God can actually be manifested in your life when you need it. You know what I'm saying? That means a whole lot. And I tell people, you can play these games all you want. You have an appointment with God. I'd rather meet him in love than meet him in judgment. Because you're not going to escape it. So I like the fact of hearing these type of things like that from y'all, just educating people and showing them how to be better and taking y'all hardship and actually presenting it on my platform so people won't have to go through this. People won't have to lose and take these losses. So, Cherie, I'm talking about, I commend you on that. Like, y'all don't know. My people out there, listen, this woman requested to come on my show. She requested to come on my show, not to get money, not to get donations, but she requested to come on the show that y'all can hear this and the word and message can get out that this thing is for real. She just lost her uncle and her nephew, and she
my brother, my only brother.
Yeah, that was your only brother?
That's my only brother.
Yeah, so I'm talking about back to back, like within what, a 2-week span from each other, you say?
2 weeks exactly. 2 weeks exactly.
That yeah, man. And then now you left with all them responsibilities by yourself. No health insurance, no funeral insurance was left. None of that. So you have to come out of your own pocket, scraping up these $1,000 to put away your loved ones properly so that, come on, man. So whatever we can do on our end, we gonna do. Again, I thank you, Mama, and God bless you, man. Both of y'all.
Thank you for having us on your platform. because I just, I kept putting it on Facebook, telling people to stay at home and telling them that this ain't no joke, that this stuff is really real. And a couple of people called me and was like, man, this is really, hitting home. I wasn't taking it serious. I had a few people call me and tell me that I wasn't taking it serious because I didn't know nobody who had it. And I'm like, well, you know somebody now, so stay home and get yourself together.
Right. So for those who don't know, you know what I'm saying? Cherie is my fiance friend, and I've been getting on her case. Like, I be getting on her case because she be trying to do a lot of helping people and doing things. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but you still got to be mindful of what you do. You know, like she like, well, I'm finna go out here and I'm finna hand out these masks. I'm finna do that. I'm like, look, they got places for that. If you handing out masks to people, you are risking hurting you know what I'm saying? And bringing it back to your home. You don't really have to do that. You know what I'm saying? And even though you may think, well, I want to help, I just want to be a blessing. Well, you help by always prayer first, no matter what. Because what prayer do is allow God to move. You get what I'm saying? It's allow God to move on behalf of who you standing in the gap for. And that's the greatest thing. I always tell people, the first thing to do for me, if you want to do anything for me, pray for me. Put me into the hands of God. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna take care of me and everything about me. You know. But I told her, like, you got a beautiful heart, and I know you want to help, but you got to understand what's really, really going on. You have to be mindful and be responsible. You don't have to be on the battlefield through a virus that's out here like that. That ain't how it goes, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? And I be trying to let her faces of where she going. You know, not too long ago, her son bought it home. See what I'm saying? Her son bought it home, and I'm like, I was scared about that. Like, hey.
Look. She dodged it, because God got her. But at the same time, it's just that people need to understand all it takes is one conversation, because that's all we had with him is one conversation. And everybody got it.
Physical contact or nothing.
No, we did not even hug him when we left. We did not.
In the air, airborne.
Airborne. We had a conversation, a little hee and a ha, with him. We left and we got it.
And that's why it's important to wear those masks and why they really, really stressing the masks.
Right.
So, man, brothers and sisters out there, man, listen, this is real. This is real. Y'all heard their testimony. Please do not let the situation be in vain. Take their sorrow and their pain and use it so that life could be brought in your family and situation. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
A lot of people, wouldn't even have the guts to do that. And that's what I love about what you're doing, Cherie, that even again in your hardships, sweetheart, you still trying to make a difference in somebody else's life. You know what I'm saying? And I can tell how your heart is. Taking care of your mother, how you raising your nephew, how, you know what I'm saying? I just see life in you, man. And just
that. The thing about it is that I always said when he first died, my nephew didn't die in vain. And now is with my brother too. He just, he grieved himself to death because my nephew died. He couldn't come back from it. But I always said they did not die in vain. God is going to get the glory out of this situation. So, I just said, no, I'm going to get this message out one way or the other. These people need to understand that this is what's happening, that they really need to take heed to it. These people don't care about us. This government don't care. They're talking about giving us this money, this stimulus money and all that. That's all fine and dandy. But guess what? You need to shut this world down so that we can all get better.
But the only thing about it is people ignorance hurt us a lot. And when the government did shut down to enforce law, what happened? The people stood up and rose against them. We want you to do. They were forcing the government hand to not shut down.
Right.
And see, and this is what I was saying. We hurt ourselves more than anybody. We do as a people. We hurt ourselves. And I tell people, things start from the home. The world is the way that it is right now because of again, your rebellion towards not knowing who God is and how your upbringing is. What you don't have in your roof, when you allow them out in the streets, what happens is there's another lesson out there. And it's what you do under your roof that give them to power to say no to the things that's out there that's willing to get them. You know what I'm saying? So it's important for parents to discipline. It's very important for parents to educate and teach their children on who God is. That's very, very important.
Very important.
Children up just thinking that the internet, you know, in this day and age, is just crazy how the morality code is just gone, and it's because not having a relationship with God. And these are the results of not having a relationship with God. The enemy comes in and he have his way. You know what I'm saying? But glory to God that we have believing women like you, men of God like me throughout this world who continue to educate, spread the word, pray, and stand in the gap for somebody else and make a difference. And this is why God continued to have us here, because he knows that the hope and love that he gave in us, we're giving it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And directing people to his love, his majesty, his power, so that they can also be saved and have eternal life. And I guarantee you this, your message and testimony that you gave today, it's definitely already working with people who in the comments, people who watching. And tomorrow, this video will be seen in the thousands. So even more people gonna be hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Even more, because it's late right now. Y'all 2 hours behind us. It's late right now. It's 1:21 where we at right now.
Okay.
So tomorrow, this video will be in the thousands, and people are going to hear your testimony, and they're going to take precaution on locking their home down and being more responsible, so that the spread of this thing can start dying down, and that they will be better when they out there and being more responsible to not contract this thing and bring it home. So I appreciate your courage, your love, and just being bold enough, man, to actually just want to make a difference, because that means a whole lot. And Mama, you are so beautiful, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, really you are. So with that being said, I need all that information so I can put it in the description box. And so the people who watching can help and donate to the cause for y'all. And at the same time, for my own personal reasons, so I can give and donate to y'all also. So with that being said, people, everybody who watching, if you able and God put it on your heart, please give as God put on your heart and donate to their situation. I'm going to put, hold on, he got it up already?
Who, my nephew?
Up already.
My nephew?
My moderators be on top of it.
Oh, his moderator.
Be on top of it. There go the information right there, y'all. My moderators be on top of it. Donate to the Sloan family, GoFundMe. Yep, they go everything right there. Definitely gonna put it in. Hey, Black, I need you to on this video, Black, don't put in all my other descriptions. Just leave this one up by itself. People don't need to see my stuff. Let them just see this, please. Yeah, they be on top of it.
Okay, that's cool.
So with that being said, yeah, I appreciate y'all, and God bless y'all both, man. And
thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna do everything I can on my end to make y'all situation better. And thank you. I appreciate y'all. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. You have a nice night.
All right.
God bless you.
Okay, you too.
Okay.
Okay, y'all, man. Glory to God, man. They beautiful women, man, being strong, man. Yeah, she requested to come on this show, man. She requested to come on the show. She wanted this message to be out. She didn't come here to get no donations. She didn't come here to ask for no money. She wanted to get the word out because she cared about the people. And they grieving. I mean, come on, this woman just lost her nephew and her only brother, within 2 weeks of each other, both died of the COVID-19. Not only that, she got it, her mother got it, her auntie got it also. All of them had it also, because her nephew was out kicking it with some of his friends and brought it home and affected the whole house. And he ended up dying from it. His father ended up dying from it. His grandmother got it. His auntie got it, and his other auntie got it. Because he didn't think he would get it. And that's how these happen sometimes. You don't think you would get it. I'm just saying, man, things like this happens. Julian, let me get my guy up here, man. I got to get my guy up here. Man. Let me get my guy up here, man. That's my guy, man. He talking about Julian been rocking with me from day one, man. Shouts out to Strict Dad too. I see him inside the comment thing. He can come up here if he want to come up here too. Julian, mic up, bro. Let me speak to you. You know I need to speak to you, bro. There go my man right there, man. What's going on, little bro? How you feeling?
I'm good. What's up with you?
You? I'm always happy to hear from you. And thanks for checking up on me earlier too, man.
Yeah, that's P Black, man. That's Black with that, man. Black hit me up, man. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I ain't heard from him, so they let me hit him up, make sure. You know what I mean? Everything was everything.
Right. Sis, where you at? Mic up if you can, sis. Mic up if you can, or any one of the moderators, you know what I'm saying? If y'all could, you know what I'm saying?
Strict Dad, I'm with you, man. Hit me up at any truth. I got it. Please get Strict Dad my number, man. You can link up with him.
No doubt, I could do that. Oh yeah. No doubt, because I told you about that too.
Yeah.
We'll
do that when it's over with, though. But just remind me, I gotta get his line.
I got you. I'm gonna send it to you. I meant to tell you, man. Not even meant to tell you, but again, thanks for looking out, man, for me earlier, man. That really touched me to see that.
No doubt, bro. No doubt, man. You know what it is, man.
Cause I was tired and I was out of there, but it's crazy. I got that call, and I heard that. I'm like, man, that's crazy that happened back to back like that. Yeah, that COVID real. Let me ask you this though, Julian. What you think about it though, as far as like the COVID situation? Is it bad out there where you at?
Yeah, I'm in South Carolina. Yeah, it's bad. I actually got a niece in the hospital right now. What is it? Yeah, I got a niece in the hospital. It's not from COVID. She just turned 18, just graduated from high school. And what is this? It's a kidney disease that she got. You know what I'm saying? But she in the hospital and can't nobody go to the hospital with her. So you know what I'm saying? Her mama sitting outside in the parking lot, outside of the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause can't nobody have a visitor. Like, and it's like, man, she don't. You know what I mean, she going through it. She don't know what to do, and it's hard to reassure somebody that everything gonna be okay through a phone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so. I mean,
wow.
Just regular problems. Yeah, I mean, just regular people problems. COVID is affecting because they ain't letting people in the hospital. You can't go in if it ain't an emergency. If you ain't the one they treating, you ain't going in. They don't care what your age is.
It's hard to reassure somebody they gonna be okay through a phone. Wow, that's real. That right there, man. I wish I could post that. That right there was. That's why I love talking to you, man. And I'm like, whenever you available, I'll be having you as my co-host, man, because I really love your wisdom, brother. And I know, again, I know your testimony.
I be searching for it, bro. I be searching for it. I swear I do.
Yeah, I know your testimony on some things, man. And when you give it in the raw. But even though at times, me and you don't agree, but even your argument of disagreeing, it'd be real though. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't ever try to do nothing just for the sake of doing it. It's always an end game to me, because I ain't just gonna be debating a senseless debate if we ain't got no understanding that we both trying to get from it. There's, I mean, I'm trying to gain understanding. I don't want to just be sitting here. I'm right, you wrong. No, that ain't what I'm about. I'm about trying to understand something or overstand, however you want to say it. But I'm trying to come to an agreement so we can make sure that we both see what side of the moon we looking at. That's all I want to know. What side of you looking from, so I can see it from your perspective. Put on your shoes, you put on mine. All right, cool. We might end up disagreeing with it along. I mean, with our perspective in the run, but still, we seen it from another side. So that's what I'm on. And to see that, man, I don't want to see it, man. I just got that news about my niece about 9:30. All right, you know what I'm saying? And right now it's 2:30 in the morning where I'm at. I just got that niece.
You just found out today?
Yeah, I'm just finding this out. She just telling me like this, like, you know what I mean? Because me and my mans, we kind of fell out. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't been talking to him in about a week. But you know what I mean, his wife hit me up like, I know you and Brian ain't talking, but niece in the hospital. She went to this second time in the hospital in the last 3 days, complaining about her kidneys. And it's like, man, I don't know what to do because she's sitting outside in the parking lot. I'm like, man, I can't tell you. You can't make you go in. Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she like, the doctor, they didn't want to treat her because she don't got insurance. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be a life and death situation before they even treat you because of insurance, man. Like, and this,
you know,
that's a hurtful thing, man.
Yeah. So how old is your niece?
She just turned 18, man. She just graduated high school. She want to be a nurse, man. Going to school to be a nurse. She didn't. I'm talking about, bro. She did high school and her little extra nursing school all at the same time, basically. Like, man, she didn't been a model a model daughter to her parents. Ain't really never gave them no problems. Always went to school. Always, you know what I mean, pretty much done what she was asked. So it's like, man, it'd be like the good ones. Always gotta have the harder struggles, man.
Young people, man, young people out there listening, please, man, do not let this hot weather, man, get y'all to the point of doing foolish things.
Because
young people can't wait to get up. It's the summertime. Y'all want to flex and show and strut your stuff. And listen, it's real out here, man. It's real.
That hospital was a real lonely place when you're in there by yourself, man.
Right.
And they will experiment on you.
Right. And that's crazy how she said that, like, her brother and her nephew was both treated the same in the hospital and died. And she ended up treating them her own way with the vitamins and sea moss and all that. And her 81-year-old auntie and 79-year-old mother survived it. Come on, man.
It's them hospitals, man. They about that dollar. As if you can pay for it. If you can pay for it, you're good to go. If you can't, it's over. You see how they get. You see how they tested these athletes up the wazoo. They got tests for them for days because they got the money for it.
Right. And
that's regular people.
What I'm saying, Julian, how like this is not the virus for black people to be playing with. Remember how you always be talking like what you be saying? What's your favorite thing you say? You ain't even got the 5,000. What you be saying? What you be saying? Yeah, because you say it a lot when you be debating people, and that's one of your strong bullets when you be saying it takes 5,000 to do something. What black person you really know with the 5,000 in their account type stuff? What you be saying?
I said it's not. I just put 5,000 on it. That's it because it's a lot lower than that. Most people can't afford a $1,500 emergency.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Most people can't afford a $1,500 emergency. Your car break down. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? You got to work for 2 weeks. You don't know what your rent gonna look like. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? It's bad that when people can't afford a $1,500 emergency, you can't really take chances. Because when you're in a hospital, it's over.
Right.
It's over. And they're gonna be even though you don't get that bill, even though you can, I ain't gotta pay the hospital bill. But boy, I'm telling you, what they charge you what they do with that bill, and then being that you in there and then you out of work, you ain't making no money. They gonna, where your income come in at?
That's exactly what I was saying. This is not a virus for black people to play with who don't really got money saved up, who don't have health insurance, who don't have life insurance, you know what I'm saying? And thinking that you're going to get this disease that's just sweeping through the country and you're going to be first priority of the best medicine that's available. No, not going to happen.
No.
Not gonna happen. You're going to get the experiment drugs. Those who got that money gonna get the best care. Those who ain't got that money,
them the ones who gonna get the ventilators and the breathing machines to help them breathe. They're gonna get you shots and vaccines and all this other stuff they trying out.
Right.
They're gonna have them people with money on the ventilators. They're gonna get them the ones to get the breathing machines and the CO and the oxygen tanks.
Right.
And getting that is the Pope people. I keep saying we because I keep talking like I ain't got no money, but still like
talking about right.
I still talk as if I'm broke because I really am. I'm still broke regardless. You know what I mean? How it goes. So you know what I mean? I can't talk like I'm above anybody because I'm still at the same level for real. It's different though going to the hospital, and I know because I hate being in the hospitals by myself with everything in me, and my caregiver will refuse to go because she know that's I think there's like drowning and being in a hospital alone is like my two biggest fears.
Right. And especially when you saying that you there by yourself and nobody there.
Nobody there.
All you have to do is trust this stranger at his word or her word that whatever they giving you is okay and right for you.
and right, and not having somebody right there to monitor, just to be like, okay, just to have a watchful eye on you, man. That's I don't know, that's the most reassuring thing to do is have somebody in the hospital with you, because I don't know, and it's to the point to where if you got a baby, if you got infants, I'm talking about a newborn that might got the corona because that's diagnosed with the coronavirus, they won't let you in the hospital with your newborn. You ain't even gonna be able to be in there with your baby. Like y'all, man, if y'all got kids and they got the coronavirus, man, just think about your kids being in the hospital, scared to death, and you can't do nothing but sit out in the parking lot. The closest you can get is to the parking lot.
Right. Yeah.
I ain't got no kids, but I know, man, that test, I'd be ready to flip the hospital over. I'm ready to burn the whole hospital down just because I can't get in there.
No doubt.
Please stay at home. Please wash your hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
it's crazy. This hot weather got people all want to go out, kick it. Like they think they got a corona radar, like they could look and tell who got it and who don't got it. Like, no, I know he ain't got it. I know no, it don't work like that.
I'm in South Carolina, man, Myrtle Beach. They did bike week back in May. And it's like, man, for real, y'all came down here for bike week during coronavirus, y'all. It's crazy.
Right.
Right. And they making people work. I mean, it's like you gotta work. People gotta go to you go to clean the hotels. Then the people in the hotels, they if they ain't up on their game, they catching it and taking it home.
This what I'm gonna say. That's crazy. When you look at the situation, right? The first wave hit, and it caused the mass hysteria pandemic.
You keep, and that's where the one place I have to disagree with you, True. You keep saying the first wave. This still is the first wave. This is not the second wave. This is still the initial wave. This is just the part where everybody didn't get it hit at the same time.
Right, but do you know why I say the first wave? I say the first wave because I know it's the same one, but remember, they had basically locked down the country and was enforcing,
no travel. Okay, I got you. And then they opened the country back up. I got you.
Right.
I see. Yeah, I got you.
Country back up, like, oh, we opening back up and more places and things. I'm like, open back up? No, that ain't no. When you already was saying you may not even have the cure to next year. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you opening back up, and then I was seeing these crazy people protesting that they open up the country, open back up the country. You sound crazy.
But that's because people got their money in the stock market, and they seen the stock market getting ready to crash because the country stopped and don't no money move, And that's why they want to open the country back up, man. It's a money grab. I mean, I hate to say, they more worried about their stock market portfolios than they worried about their health. They rather die with a healthy stock portfolio than to have a stock portfolio mess up and survive.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think that's rich people' biggest fear is being broke.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I see all that, man.
That's the whole reason why they did it, because the stock market crashing. That's what Donald Trump was on. We got to get the country back, because that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? He like to play with money and move it around, and he got to get his people rich. Right. That's why when they gave them them stimulus checks out, they gave majority of it to the rich people.
Right. That's crazy.
I mean, I got $1,200. I did get $1,200, and I pray they do it again. That's crazy.
Yeah. It is what it is, though, man.
It's a pay to play. It's a pay to play thing, man. Health for cash. They need to go ahead and try to get that Medicare for all, man. This policy got to switch, man. See, that's it. People protesting, but it's like, what's the protest end? Like, it's like, what's the means? Because we shouldn't have to protest for Breonna Taylor's killers to be brought to justice. That shouldn't be a protest. We protesting. I mean, that should automatically be happening.
Right.
That shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I seen. I don't know if you seen it though. Like, but the Tampa Bay Rays yesterday when they started their baseball game, they tweeted out like it's opening day and a great day to. I think it was like it's opening day and a great day to arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor. Like, whoa. Like, you know what I mean? A Major League Baseball team tweeted that out. Like, you know what I mean, from their official account. So it's like, okay, you know what I mean, we making some progress, but still it's not the action, it's the policy that's wrong. Because if you know what I mean the policy changed, then we wouldn't have to call for no justice, because the policy would be that I mean the rule would be changed. But we gotta call for justice because the rules is how they is. So
yeah. That's crazy. LeBron buddies are all in trouble for child trafficking. They trying to distract us again because LeBron buddies, crucial. Man, come on, man. Y'all got to mic up and let me know what's going on, man.
Who did what?
He said something about
grab my phone. So
LeBron buddies are in trouble for child trafficking.
LeBron buddies are in trouble for child. They're trying to distract us again. Be careful.
Man, let me hear some of this stuff, man. You ain't got to show your face, crucial, man. But what you talking about, man?
I'm gonna call up. I'm finishing this blog. Okay.
I need to see what they talking about, man.
Right. Yeah. Look up Hillary Clinton Pizzagate. Oh yeah, you talking about that? Oh, okay. Yeah, you talking about that? They said, man, that's why they killed.
I know Hillary Clinton. Yeah, I know
that. But that's why they killed your boy Jeffrey Epstein, man. That's why he dead.
Oh yeah,
that's why they hung him. But I ain't know they in trouble though.
Yeah, I know about Hillary Clinton, man.
Yeah.
Oh, they starting to get them now. They finna lock down on them now.
Okay, then that's what's up. Everybody is that's what's up. Then let's get it. Then we been needed that.
Yeah, they got video. They got.
Hey. No. Who was that? I think that was P Black that sent that to me. Did you see that to where they were they trying to make pedophilia a sexual orientation?
What you mean?
They trying to make like you know how you bisexual or you straight or you gay. They trying to make pedophilia a sexual orientation. Like you can be considered a pedophilia or a pedophile and be okay.
To say what? Like it's a mental illness or something?
Yeah. No, they're not saying it's a mental illness. They're trying to make it a sexual preference, as in saying it's okay to do it. You can be straight, you can be gay, or you can be a pedophile, or you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I gotta. That was you, strict dad, that sent that. Okay, that was you that sent that. Okay, yeah, I can't find it. I gotta. Yeah, she was actually, there was this chick actually arguing for pedophilia to be a, a, a sexual orientation.
That's
I'm like,
only
wow.
some real stuff. That's only because on some real stuff, most homosexuality or lesbianism starts from that. Most of them become that when they was raped and molested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see the thing, they say 1 out of 3 people didn't been molested though. 1 out of 3 children didn't been molested. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know. Like me personally, I have never been with a woman who hasn't been molested.
Right. Yeah, I know a lot of them.
I haven't been with me. I mean, like sexually been in a I haven't sexually been in a relationship with one woman that hasn't been molested.
Right.
Or who hasn't told me she wasn't, but she hasn't been molested. You know what I mean? That they wasn't molested. Though, like, so it's like it's more common than what we know. It's just people tend to sweep it up under the rug a lot more than what we like to tend to agree to or admit. Because a lot of people say, I know, somebody touch my kids, I kill them, and then somebody touch their kids and they ain't dead. And they, you know what I mean? I know a couple people who just didn't let their kids get touched, and it's like, whoa. And it's like, that's your family because y'all family, is that what it is? Because yeah, I don't know, but it's weird. So it's like an incest pedophilia scheme that I don't know.
Right.
But okay, he said that's it right there. Let me check this out. He just sent the link. Matter of fact, yep, here we go. Scholars say pedophilia is now a sexual orientation that should be accepted by members of society. Yeah, right.
Well, that's not gonna pass.
Like, yeah, right. And how do you do that though? How do you take away a child's right to be a child?
Right.
That's not even.
Well, you actually asking for permission to do it to somebody else's child.
But you're still taking away a child's right to be a child,
right.
regardless of
for the most part, you'll be getting to the point where you basically asking for that right to do it to somebody else child. Basically,
you basically asking for the right to take away a child's innocence, man, and that's not cool at all. Like,
it's the world that we living in now, where look, think about it. They legalized homosexuality. They brought it to the point where they reinvented what real marriage is. So this ain't nothing strange. Anytime they tell
but
you,
but I think with marriage, bro, marriage is more of a marriage ain't what we see. Marriage is like love. We becoming one with another person, but as in the eyes of the law, that's just, you know what I mean, that's just for money, bro. That's just for finances.
all I'm saying is they try to redefine what traditional marriage is between
it is
woman. You know,
but regardless of what it is right now, when when you have to apply for a marriage license. You got to apply for a license to get married. How do you give me a license? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I have to have a license for that? Why do you know what I mean? That's like, no, that's freedom. You shouldn't, like, just like you shouldn't need a license to drive. You know what I mean? You should need a license to get married. You should need a license to go fishing. It's like you're trying to make money off of everything. Everything is about money. Everything is about money.
Yeah.
And everything is like they take whatever it is, they try to take it and make money from it. And I guess I don't know. I guess I'm fighting a whole bunch of fights at a different time in my head, because damn, a lot of this stuff ain't right. But it's like, how do you change policy about that? About getting a license, that's what you do. You just giving up your rights. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're giving up some type of right when you sign an agreement with one of them licensing terms. Every time you do on your phone, you're giving up some type of right. You know what I'm saying? You're giving up some type of privilege. Well, I get it now, because I mean, I don't know. It's all the money grab. That's why I say I never get married, because I ain't about to. The government shouldn't have no right in my bedroom, in my household. Like, you shouldn't have no say. I shouldn't have to ask you whether I should be able to split with this person because me and them aren't compatible, or we've grown and grown in separate ways. You know what I'm saying? So they take a lot of stuff that was meant to be between a household and put it in the government and made big business off of it, and learn how to make tax money off of it.
Mm. That's Julian, y'all. That's why I like him. That's why I always have him up here with me when he available, because he give y'all wisdom and knowledge like that. With that being said, I'm gonna end this live, Julian, man, so I can have their stuff up and get all their information in here.
Word. Hit me up with Strict Dad number, man. I gotta make sure.
I'm gonna holler at you when I'm off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my man.
All right. Yes, sir. Word.